And today we're going into a new Division 2 build video. So for today's build video, we are going to be doing a 1,000 subscriber special. So I want to do a quick thank you to everyone who's watching the video right now. Even if you're not subscribed, I would highly hope that you do. If you do enjoy the content, if you didn't, obviously that's fine. Leave your criticism down in the comments below. I always do read through my comments, but I want to thank all my subs for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. It's a pretty big milestone. I can now make money off of YouTube, which is pretty cool. That I can make money doing something I enjoy as a hobby in my free time. And I wanted to get back to you guys with a build that you can use for almost any situation, whether it's for PvP or for PvE, as it has a lot of uses. And it's actually very, very good to have for the Iron Horse raid. So if you are a new player who's trying to get into situations with the Iron Horse raid, you're trying to get your Ravenous or your Regulus, this is a build I could highly recommend as well for one of the encounters being in the boiler room, where obviously there's a lot of fire going on, a lot of heat and stuff like that. So a hazard protection build or a burn resistance build is always something that will be good for you. And with this build, you get a lot of tankiness and hazard protection, which is really good in PvP, especially for the fact that people are always using status effects like Stinger Hives, sticky launchers, right? You have all these other status effects that are really super annoying, and we can essentially just negate them and their negative effects here, which is really nice. So let's get started off. For the specialization, I am using the Technician specialization. The main reason I'm using this is for that extra skill tier, and along with that, we get extra access to extra damage against enemy skills, which is good in the Dark Zone, good in PvP. You also get disrupt and shock resistance if you are within the range of a skill, like one of your own skills, which is pretty nice as well if you're using assault turrets or anything like that. And along with that, once again, you do get that extra skill tier, which is pretty nice. And you also get access to the linked laser pointer, which is going to be a key aspect here for our two different variations for DPS in this build. We're using the EMP nade, which is the Technician specialization exclusive nade here. So it's got a somewhat decent radius, and it's really good for disabling enemy electronics and skills, whether you're in PvP or PvE. For PvP, it's good for flushing players out and kind of negating a lot of their defender drones or stuff like that, which is pretty nice. Going off into the weapons. These are the two best, in my opinion, that you can make use of. So for our primary weapon here, we are using the exotic SMG, the Backfire. So I know I'm probably going to get some comments about this SMG saying it's not very good, considering they're always getting hit with bleed every time you reload. But once again, I have to say this is a 100% hazard protection build. So with hazard protection, that I'll go into that more in detail, you are immune to almost every single negative status effect in the game. Obviously bearing explosive resistance, which is its own attribute. But with the Backfire, you can get this from SMG targeted loot, or exotic caches. It has a decent base damage. After all, it is based off the SIG MPX with an 850 RPM, which is somewhat fast. It's a little bit slow, but the SMG does hit pretty hard and has a really good mag size. Due to that mag size attribute here, which can go all the way up to, I believe, if I'm correct, 12%. But once you do have it maxed out, you'll have 56 in the mag. Mine's not fully optimized. And we have 15% SMG damage and 19% critical hit chance, can go up to 21%. And it comes with the talent, Payment in Kind. Dealing damage to enemies adds a stack of 1% critical hit damage up to 200 stacks lasting 10 seconds. On reload, applies a 10-second bleed to yourself, which deals 0.5% armor damage per stack. So obviously, once you get those 200 stacks, you get 200% crit hit damage, which is absolutely insane, right? Let's not forget how good 200% crit hit damage is, and it already has a pretty decent base damage margin, hitting almost with no expertise at almost 100k per hit base with no crits or anything like that, which is pretty good. Also, that's with the fact that I have 4 blue cores on this build, so I mean that's also pretty good. Once again, the negative effect here is the bleed, but you're not going to be dealing with the bleed because with hazard protection, you are immune to bleed. It falls in that category. So you are not going to be getting the negative downside of this, and you can keep the 200% critical hit damage. This isn't necessarily all that good for PvP. There are better options, as this thing, once again, you probably are going to want something that hits like a little bit harder, shoots a little bit faster. Like the Grudge is a pretty good SMG, but obviously, or like the Lady Death is obviously better because of all the amplified damage. SMGs aren't really that good in PvP, but if I do get into like a fight with someone close range, I'll probably whip this thing out. The main reason why I'm saying that you're using this SMG is mainly for PvE, the PvE variation of this build, where obviously AI aren't going to be all up in your face like that, and along with the fact that it's a lot easier to get those 200 stacks, you're probably not going to be getting a lot of stacks in PvP, as the TTK there is pretty quick. So that's why I'm saying this is like mainly more of a PvE weapon. So for PvE, I would recommend using this. You get 200% crit damage, which is obviously pretty nice. For our other primary weapon here, we are using the Kingbreaker, which is the named TKB assault rifle, which has a incredibly high base damage, low rate of fire, and I have a 50 round mag on here. It's in for 125k damage per bullet with no crits. And along with that, 15% AR damage, 21% health damage, and 10% damage to targets out of cover on here. And it comes with the talent Perfect Flatline, where it amplifies... Who the fuck do you think you are? Sorry about that. So, like, with Perfect Flatline, amplifies weapon damage by 20% to pulse enemies, and after 2 kills, applies pulse to the next enemy you hit. This other part is not going to matter, because since we have the linked laser pointer, you'll always be pulsing every single person you look at. It comes with a 5% create chance for the scope here, 20 round mag, linked laser pointer, which you only put on long underbarrel rails, and then I have a 5% create chance muzzle brake. You can get this from named item caches or AR targeted loot. It is in the open loot pool, so there you go for that. For the sidearm, I am using the Orbit. I'm using the wrong one here, actually. Okay. With the Orbit, it's a named Dark Zone exclusive. You don't have to use it. Same thing with the TDI card custom, which is another one I would recommend. The main reason you're using this pistol is for that talent Perfect Finisher. We're swapping from this weapon within 10 seconds of killing an enemy, which you can use on down opponents in PvP. Grants 35% create chance and 40% create damage for 15 seconds. Attachments on here don't really matter. And the main reason you're running this is like you get a down enemy, extra create chance, extra create damage. Not much more to be said there. You can get this out of named item caches or from conflict caches, and it also does drop in the Dark Zone or in conflict as well. So those are your ways to get it. It also can appear at the countdown vendor, so don't forget about that. It's always an option. Alright, now onto the gear pieces. Like I said, this is a 100% hazard protection build. We are using the Ninja Bike backpack, and that's the best way to make this build possible while maximizing our DPS, tankiness, hazard protection, and not only that, 3 skill tiers. So let's just get straight into it. Starting off with the mask. I'm using a Yaw mask here, which since I have the Ninja Bike backpack on, I get 2 bonuses. So for the One Piece bonus of Yaw, which is a PvP exclusive piece of gear, like brand, you can get it from the Dark Zone, you can get it from conflict caches. Sometimes I think the countdown, not the countdown vendor, the clan vendor. I think the clan vendor does sometimes sell Yaw gear, and so does the Dark Zone vendors. So I would recommend getting it from there too. You can also get it from legacy cache items, like legacy caches, I'm pretty sure. But you get 10% hazard protection for the One Piece bonus, and since we're using the Ninja Bike backpack, you get 5% extra weapon damage here because it'll unlock the second piece bonus. I have a blue core on here with 10% hazard protection. I roll on there, and then I have 5.3% crit chance and then 10.7% crit damage mod. Going off next to our chest piece, I'm using a Fenris chest piece here. For that 10% assault rifle damage, and it gives us 20% reload speed, which kind of negates the downside of me running the 50 round mag on my Kingbreaker. This part isn't really necessary. Main reason is for that 10% AR damage bonus. So I got a red core on here with 13.8% weapon damage, 6% crit hit chance, 12% crit hit damage, and I have a 10.8% crit hit damage mod on here with the talent Spotter. Or with Spotter, basically, it's similar to Flatline, where it'll amplify total weapon damage and skill damage by 15% towards pulse enemies. Now, some of you guys might be asking why I'm not using the closer chest piece, which gives you Perfect Spotter. The main reason I'm not using it is because I can get more DPS using a Fenris with regular Spotter. Perfect Spotter only gives you 20% pulse damage amplification, and regular Spotter gives you 15%. But when I'm using Fenris, I get 10% AR damage, so that's 25% DPS increase compared to only 20%. But with a with the closer chest piece, which is from the Uzina Getica brand, you get 5% total armor for the one piece bonus, and then with Ninja Bike you'll get 10% armor on kill, which is decently nice. I guess if you want to go for a more tanky playstyle, closer is better. You are missing out on 5% of that damage though, but you do get a lot of extra armor, which is pretty nice. So obviously that's kind of just, it's your opinion on playstyle. If you want to be tankier, you can use closer. If you want to deal more damage like me, you can use a Fenris with Spotter on it. Going next to the holster, I'm using a Picaro's holster, which is the name Brazos brand piece. The one piece bonus gives me 10% skill haste, and I get an extra skill tier for that second piece bonus, which we get from the Ninja Bike backpack. So you have 170k armor on here. I roll 10% hazard protection on here, and then I have 15% weapon damage, which is the named item attribute here. That'll always roll max at 15% weapon damage. It'll always roll max. You can get it from named item caches, Brazos, or holster targeted loot. I recommend farming Countdown for this piece, as it is a best in slot for most builds, especially PvP builds. Going off next to the backpack, I'm using the Ninja Bike backpack. This is an exotic piece that allows you to fulfill brand requirements and gear requirements, counting it as an extra piece, really. Coming back from the Division 1, it's a very versatile piece that allows you to have a lot more build variety. But obviously there is the downside of missing out on that, what's it called? That backpack talent, like Vigilance, Adrenaline Rush, right? Like Wicked. There's like all these like different like effects that you're missing out on. But it does like make a way for it, like make up for itself in like moments like this, where this build wouldn't be possible to have 3 skill tiers, 1.5 million armor, and full hazard protection without the Ninja Bike. So obviously it makes the game a lot more interesting, makes making builds a lot more interesting and stuff. So with the Ninja Bike backpack, similar to the Memento, you do have access to every single core attribute in the game on the piece, where you're gonna have 15% weapon damage, 170k armor, and extra skill tier, give us the third skill tier. We have one tier from the Technician specialization, another one from the Brazos piece, and another one here with the Ninja Bike. I have a 11.9% create damage mod, and it comes with the talent Resourceful. So it slots in with any equipped gear set or brand set item to fulfill a requirement towards unlocking a gear set bonus. So it can unlock multiple bonuses at the same time, which is why, let's say I have, for example, just to explain it like a little bit better, a piece of Strikers on here or whatever, right? So one piece of Strikers, you don't get any bonuses. But if I put the Ninja Bike backpack on, it'll treat it like it's a 2-piece bonus. Like I have 2 pieces, like one extra piece to fulfill that requirement. Where now I'll have 15% weapon handling just for running one piece of Strikers with the Ninja Bike backpack. If that makes more sense. That like to kind of explain it for the new players. You can get this in backpack targeted loot or from exotic caches. It is in the open loot pool. So you go have fun, get this piece. It's really good. Going off next to our glove slot, I'm using Cheska gloves. So with Cheska, you get 10% crit chance for the one piece bonus, and for the second piece bonus, you get 10% hazard protection. I have a red core on here with 13.8% weapon damage. I have 10% hazard protection rolled onto here, and I have 4.1 crit hit chance. It was kind of hard for me to find a Cheska piece to get like perfectly like this. Crit hit damage or crit hit chance is what you want to roll on here, and then make sure you have hazard protection. You can the branch make it the efficient way I found to get 100% hazard protection and all these. I believe it's the set that came with this season right here, season 5, year 5, season 1, Broken Wings, where this gear set isn't really all that good. It's kind of used more against like demo turrets and like other like skills for PvP, so it's not really all that useful. I think they were trying to use this to counter the status effect like meta. It's still plaguing the game right now, at least in Conflict. But obviously with Ninja Bike, now we can actually have the 2-piece bonus here, which gives us 30% hazard protection, which is why I'm saying that the Ninja Bike backpack really makes this build what it is, because 30% hazard protection for a 2-piece bonus is crazy, especially when we're only running like one piece. For the core attribute, we have 170k armor, and I rolled 10% hazard protection on here. So overall, that's everything that really needs to go into this build. I'll go into the stats in just a second. But obviously I'm running the Scanner Pulse here, just so I can know where my enemies are and stuff like that, make more educated plays. And then I have my Defender Drone to reduce incoming damage. Let's go over to the Stats tab. So on our backfire, I have 59% crit hit chance and 95% crit hit damage. If we go over to my Kingbreaker, I have 45% crit hit chance and then 90% crit hit damage. But I do also have that 10% damage to targets out of cover. and you're gonna be hitting your crits most of the time anyways. If we head over to our, here we go. So obviously, we're not gonna be using like explosive resistance in this because it's not a what's it called? A hazard protection really. But we have 100% hazard protection on the build, as you can see here. This isn't clickbait. Shows you all the items that are contributing to that and gear sets that are contributing to that. So with hazard protection, here are the what's it called? The attributes that come like in with it. So you get 100% bleed resistance for our backfire, 100% blind death resistance in case you go against like a what's it called? A firefly. 100% burn resistance, which is going to be pretty handy considering the exotics that are coming next season, which actually look really interesting. I can't wait to make videos on those. 100% disorient resistance. If you're using a shield, you also could take advantage of this. 100% disrupt resistance, not really going to be necessary. 100% ensnare resistance. I believe that's for, 100% poison resistance. I forgot what inflicts poison in this game. I guess Scorpio, maybe? I don't know if you run into someone who's using Scorpio. And then 100% shock resistance. So, say goodbye to the St. Elmo's engine, ruining your streak of fun. This build makes you immune to all these different status effects. So, not only is the status effect skill meta, those builds are going to do nothing to you, right? You are now immune to shock as well. So, the St. Elmo's isn't going to be doing fucking anything to you, okay? You're gonna be good. You can just face take a St. Elmo's. They're not gonna get nothing out of you. So, like I'm saying, this build is pretty good. I enjoy it a lot. Okay, right? This build is super fun because I'm allowed to actually enjoy conflict, if that makes any sense. And this build only gets even crazier with expertise. So if you have higher expertise than me, I recommend putting this build together. You get 3 skill tiers, 1.5 million armor, could be higher with expertise. I would recommend like maybe going 1.7 on this build to be like a little bit tankier because your DPS does make up for it. We already hit pretty hard with our Kingbreaker. I was hitting for like 200k crits to the body in conflict, which is just, I don't even need to get into how good that is with a 1.5 million armor build. That is hazard protection, might I add. And you can get up to 200% crit hit damage, I guess 300% crit hit damage with your backfire. In PvE if you want to use that there, but this build is like unironically so good for PvE content. I highly recommend running it for PvE. It's pretty good in PvP as well if you want to use that. If you're just sick of the St. Elmo's, you're sick of Stinger Hives, sick of Flame Stickies, this is the #1 build I could recommend to you. That makes the game just that much more playable. So other than that, we're going to go straight into a conflict match so I can go show you guys how the build functions, how you should be playing, and kind of the interactions. I'm going to try to see if I can get a game to showcase you against other status effect builds like the Stinger Hive or like Flame Stickies, because they don't do anything to you. You don't get like disoriented, you just eat it. You just sit there and you eat it, which is absolutely just, I don't need to like go into how good of a feeling that is. Like, imagine getting hit with a Stinger Hive, or imagine getting hit with like a Flame Sticky, not getting disoriented by it if you get stuck with it, and then not even dealing with the burn. It does nothing to you, and I just can't wait to show you guys this build because it took me a while to farm, but I think this is such a useful build to have for all facets of the game. This is something you should definitely have in all your loadouts for all your characters. It's just something that's that good, and I highly recommend, especially for new players, to have this build, because that way you can do raid content, and it's good for PvE, where you can take advantage of tankiness and DPS at the same time. So, other than that, I will see you all in the game, and yeah, I just hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a dislike if you didn't. Tell me why if you didn't. If there's anything specific with the video you change or with the build you change. I like looking through the comments below and seeing your suggestions. And yeah, I'm gonna be like kind of like going through some more build suggestions from people in the community. I actually got a build that that someone suggested me recently, and I'm gonna be checking that out soon, putting those pieces together. And other than that, I will see you all in the match. All right, so we've got a match. We're gonna do some Morph again. So I know that if you are watching the VOD, I've been saying it a lot of times. So obviously, this is just for the recording. I made some changes to the build. So as you can see, I'm running a Carbine 7 here. I'm not using the Backfire anymore. I would recommend using the Backfire for PvE. Obviously, it's not a very good PvP weapon, and it was taking up my exotic slot, so I decided to change things up. So instead of the Backfire, I am now running a Carbine 7 and Kingbreaker combo, and I swapped my Scanner Pulse off for a Bulwark Shield, because I can get a tier 6 Bulwark Shield for the fact that I have 4 blue cores and I have 3 skill tiers. So that's seven overall that go towards the shield. It caps out at 6 because obviously I'm not using overcharge. So I have a tier 6 Bulwark Shield, and I'm running a Regulus now for instead of the Orbit. You can run a TDI card custom even though it's not necessary. You can run a like a Liberty. You can run an Orbit. You can run a Prophet. You can run whatever you want with this variation. So obviously some changes were made, obviously, in the essence of me recording this, for the fact that, like, let's say I get into a sticky situation where I'm kind of getting screwed over, more PvP based, I'll probably need that Bulwark Shield just so I can tank a little bit more damage during that time. So I'll use my Kingbreaker for long range. I'll use my my Carbine 7 for long range. I'll use my Kingbreaker for short to medium range, and I'll be using my Regulus for close range engagements only. Let me see. I don't know exactly what they are. Usually I have a scanner pulse for situations like this, but obviously I don't have one. My defender grown up. No one running up the stairs. Interesting. They're playing pretty far back for 2 technicians, so hopefully they have status effect. Oh, we got a guy right here.
Rogue defender drone detected.
Hey, buddy, not cool.
Hostile defender.
Actually, yeah, look. I can just run through that fire, take no damage at all.
Rogue restorer hive detected.
You go around.
Hostile restorer hive.
Oh, no!
Serious
Wait!
trauma
Oh,
detected.
I'm immune to the fire, though. Look at that. Immune to the fire.
Agent down.
Why is everyone using shotguns today? What the hell? Hey, teammate.
An agent needs assistance.
I'm missing my shots.
Immediate medical assistance.
Oh my god, you have so many bullets, dude.
Agent out of action.
Got him real low. He had a little bit of armor left, but I was too scared. I didn't have any armor at all. I was like 1 HP. I wouldn't have lasted a second against that guy there. And I was missing some shots with my Regulus. If I hit one more shot, he would have been dead for sure. Can I get that drone of his? No. These guys gotta be coordinated, because there's no way they are running this type of shit. Run through that fire.
Agent down.
Man, these healers are... like, those healer hives are real annoying. I gotta back up and give that space. I cannot contest them there. I gotta out DPS their heals, and then they got all these shotguns and shit, man. He really used that shit like thinking he was gonna do something to me. Got you, teammate. Okay, my other teammates are gonna revive him. I'm gonna go get that boost. So as you can see, his flame chem launchers don't do anything to me. I'll say like maybe like 100k damage, something like that. But obviously that's insignificant compared to the fact that I have 1.5 million armor, and along with that, he can't really do anything to me out in like those up close scenarios. And obviously status effects like that aren't, like, once again, essentially ineffective. I'm kind of glad that I'm getting to showcase this. It sucks that I don't get to showcase the true damage of this build, considering they have these healer hives, and they do have some pretty decently high XRD. Oh, look at all these status effects. Look at that. What can they do? 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 Can I make it down time? I can. You can go get rid of that Stinger Hive. Like, once again, these status effects don't do anything to me. Like, this is actually unironically the perfect game. This is unironically the perfect game. I'm not going to be able to showcase a lot DPS-wise, but you can basically see that I can face tank and have the survivability enough to last through these status effects. which is really good. It's obviously really good that I have that option. Because status effects are something that's played in the game rampantly, so if you do tend to go against status effects a lot, I would recommend this build, as you do have really good survivability, as I literally just showed. The ability to face tank all those status effects is absolutely insane. I'll hit him for about 700k there with those 2 shots.
I'm sending you a specialization supply drop.
Nothing I can really do here. Oh yeah, he's got immunity and spawn. I'll be reviving. Oh, that already is gone. Oh, I'm getting hit. I need to back off, 100%. I'm out of armor kits, so obviously not a very good situation here. The fact that he's running Arties, though, just shows how desperate they are. Oh, one of them got down to the Artie. One of the teammates got down. Oh! Is he running? I think he's running Catharsis. Because I think that was the healing cloud I just saw drop. Yeah, I can't inspect him though. It kind of sucks that I can't really showcase the true damage of this build, considering all the healing they have. They're running like status effects and like repair skills, which is a really interesting combo. I've never seen that before. But it looks pretty. It looks like a pretty fun, like kind of mobile play style. Not gonna lie. At least I'm having fun playing against them. Like I get to showcase the build off, and I'm dealing some damage here and there. From that car, buddy. Suppressor fire. Okay. I'm gonna go peek with my teammate here. Oh hey. He's running a demo turret too now. Oh hey. We can be friends here. Your fire doesn't have to be so oppressive. Hey, no. Oh, there's a lot of you here. There's a lot of you here. Okay. Look at that. Their status effects, once again, just do nothing to me. Oh, he's so lit. Oh, that shotgun though. Oh, the Artie. Oh, the Arties. Sorry, big man. Swear there's still a guy here. Yep. Your pulse, buddy. Come on. Once again, your silly little status effects do nothing to me. These bullets are missing, surprisingly, for not being that far away. Yeah, let's go. Guy by the ambulance. Oh, hey. Oh, whoa. Hey. Oh, he's getting up. Nice, we got him. Alright. I'm gonna go pick up that boost real quick. Actually, no, it's kind of far. My teammates need me to, what's it called, bait out those status effects so that way they don't use them on them. All 3 of them are here. Wow. Oh, did my frames just die? Hello? Okay, cool. Alright, so we can make it up to that boost still, which is pretty nice. Hey, let's not back off too far. We still need to get that boost. Oh no. Alright, red cores. Alright, nice. Alright, so they're here. Let me go take high ground, because I can go end them easily here. They don't have any lives left, so they gotta play a lot more cautiously. And they didn't take high ground. Oh, this is gonna end this fight quickly. Decoy.
Rogue defender drone detected.
Oh, hey, not cool, man. Not cool. Oh, okay, they're running around over there. Alright, cool. I wonder where the 3rd guy is, though, because we see the 2 here. All you can do there is run, yeah. Oh, hey, relax. Nice, got him with a demo turret. Got a little crits in there beforehand. Oh, his buddy's here. His buddy's here. You're through. Beaming that guy over there, running on our teammate. I'm going down him. It's just you, buddy. Come on.
I've sent a specialization supply drop your way.
Hope he's got a firewall kit. Yeah, there we go. Nice. GG. GG. Alright, I got plenty of times to showcase how those status effects just did nothing to us. So I'm pretty happy with that game. I didn't get many kills, but I know for a fact I dealt a lot of damage, and I was able to tank all those status effects. So you're kind of playing as a tank, more or less, for your team. Kind of baiting out those status effects on you. Our Kong Me guy really popped off there. I'm glad I played another game to be able to showcase this. Let's see. We went 2 and 3 with 5 assists, but look at that, 49 million damage. Pretty high with 5 assists. Don't forget that. A lot of our kills weren't ours, but we were dealing a lot of damage, getting in there, in and out. We were able to compete with some DPS builds and stuff like that, and tank status effects. So obviously that shows like the multifacets and the variety of this build. Once again, you get 1.5 million armor, you get 3 skill tiers, you have some good red cores with some amplified damage and some decent crit as well. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I had a lot of fun like filming it. If you watch the VOD, you're gonna see it was just pain at first, considering who we were playing against. But obviously, we had some fun, like just running through those status effects, tanking them like no man's problem. I've never felt more powerful in my life, just being able to walk through flame launchers and like stinger hives and all that crap. So if you like the build or you like the video, please leave a like, comment your thoughts down below. If you didn't like it or there's something about the ability to change it, you can leave a dislike. I personally don't like see anything wrong with that. And like comment your thoughts down below, like maybe what you change with the build or any criticisms you'd have of the build or something I could change with it. As I'm always open to like seeing suggestions. I always read through my comment section. I'm always interacting with people there. So I hope you guys like the build. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and other than that, I will see you all in the next one. And once again, I want to say thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. It really means the world to me that I was able to build a community on this game, even so long after it's come out. I made a dramatic shift in my content, especially like in a time where I felt like unmotivated to make content. And now we're here. New season's coming out next month, and it's looking pretty good. Not gonna lie, I can't wait for Incursions to come back. That new exotic SMG looks absolutely insane. And I can't wait to do it. Maybe I'll be doing like incursions with viewers. I think that'd be pretty cool. We try to get people to get their exotic SMG, their exotic Ouroboros, I believe is what it's called. But other than that, like we'll do Dark Zone runs and stuff like that. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.